Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're taking a bit of a different approach. We're not just looking at information, we're taking a deep breath and plunging into a world where presence isn't just seen, it's sensed. We're talking about the captivating realm of fragrance and how scent can be this incredibly powerful, non-verbal communicator. A true language without words, really.
It really is.
Our mission today, to unpack the fascinating nuances of what's called subtle seduction through a very specific example, Giorgio Armani Code PARFUM. We've got some really intriguing source material to guide us.
Yeah, should be interesting.
So get ready to have your nose and your mind totally engaged as we reveal the secrets behind this iconic scent.
It's always a unique challenge, isn't it? Diving into something as deeply personal, so subjective as scent, but doing it with structured, objective information.
Right. How do you pin down something so personal?
Exactly. But what's truly rewarding about the sources we're looking at for this deep dive is how they give us a clear blueprint, not just of the fragrance's literal, ingredients. Yeah, the notes, but also its intended perception and the actual reactions it seems to consistently get. It's like having a backstage pass to the unspoken language of aroma, understanding the designer's deliberate script.
Absolutely. And when you look at Giorgio Armani Code PARFUM, right from the start, our source material paints this really specific, evocative picture. It describes it as a reimagined version of the iconic Armani Code, okay?
Yeah.
But then it goes deeper, calling it deeper, smoother, and more expressive.
Deeper, smoother. I like that.
Yeah. And the central idea here, the absolute core, is that it's for the man who doesn't need to shout, his presence speaks volumes.
That's a great line.
Isn't it? And our source even says, which I find so compelling, if elegance had a scent, it would be Armani Code PARFUM. Wow. Now that's a bold statement for any fragrance.
It really is.
So what does it truly mean for a scent to, speak volumes without shouting? How does that initial description set the stage for this whole subtle seduction idea?
Well, it's a crucial starting point. This description immediately sets an expectation of sophistication and restraint, not overt boldness.
Okay.
Think of it less like a megaphone, maybe, and more like a carefully modulated voice that just draws you in. In the world of personal fragrance, presence, not loudness, is a key distinction.
Right, because too much is just too much.
Exactly. An overly strong scent can overwhelm, while a subtle one invites closer interaction. This fragrance aims to project an inner confidence, a self-assuredness that doesn't need, external validation through a loud smell. It's about someone comfortable in their own skin, and their scent just enhances that natural allure.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Because to really get that elegance, that quiet confidence, we need to dig into the actual notes, the DNA of this fragrance. Our source introduces this as a woody, aromatic blend with a modern twist. So let's take you on that journey through the scent notes, how it unfolds on the skin, and how these pieces weave together.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is how intentionally these notes are layered. It's designed to evolve. It opens with the top notes of Vert de Bergamot and Bergamot Heart from Calabria.
Okay, bergamot, citrusy.
Yes, but it's specific. Vert de Bergamot emphasizes the green, fresh, almost leafy parts of the fruit, while Bergamot Heart is more that bright, zesty, sparkling core.
Ah, okay, so different facets.
Precisely. Together, they create that fresh green citrus burst right at the start. It's vibrant, invigorating, but not sharp. Sets a clean, uplifting tone, grabs attention without being aggressive.
So a bright, inviting start, kind of like an opening statement.
Exactly. A lift that prepares you for what's next. From there, it quickly transitions into what the source calls a smooth, aromatic heart. These are the heart notes: Clary sage heart, iris resinoid, and iris aldehydes.
Clary sage, that's herbal, right?
Yeah, herbaceous, slightly sweet, almost earthy warmth adds depth. But it's the iris, in both its resinoid and aldehyde forms, that truly elevates this fragrance. It's key to its unique, subtle seduction.
Iris is pretty special in perfumery, isn't it?
Huh?
Especially for men's scents.
It really is.
What's the difference between the resinoid and the aldehydes?
Yeah.
How do they work here?
Oh, that's a fantastic question. It really gets to the nuance. Iris comes from the root, the rhizome, not the flower bloom, super expensive raw material.
Right.
The iris resinoid is a natural extract. It offers a deep, earthy, rooty, slightly starchy, and yeah, that soft, powdery elegance the source mentions. It's substantive, gives the scent backbone.
Okay, grounded.
Then iris aldehydes. Those are synthetic compounds. They capture the more ethereal, bright, slightly metallic or waxy facets of iris. Think of them as amplifying and refining the natural essence, adding lift and modernity.
Ah, I see. So they work together.
Exactly. By combining both, Armani Code PARFUM achieves an iris note that is both grounded and sophisticated, incredible depth, diffusion, and using iris, often linked with luxury cosmetics or maybe more traditional feminine scents, in a modern masculine fragrance. That gives it a unique, almost intriguing duality. It contributes significantly to that sensual, skin-like quality we'll talk about, makes it feel refined, intimate, not overtly floral at all.
Okay, so that's where it starts getting more complex, more intriguing,
Yeah.
very intentional, and then it all settles into the base.
Yes, the base notes. Tonka bean absolute from Brazil and cedarwood heart from Virginia. This is where it finds its warm, creamy base.
Tonka, that's like vanilla, almondy.
Yeah, exactly. Sweet, vanilla-like almondy facets, sometimes hints of spice, a rich, gourmand warmth. Absolute means it's a very concentrated, high-quality extract. Richness, longevity.
Okay, and the cedarwood.
Cedarwood offers that dry, woody, grounding element. Paired together, they create that lasting impression, warmth, comfort, quiet sensuality. Cedar gives structure, tonka adds that almost addictive creaminess.
So knowing these layers, bright bergamot, that unique iris heart, the comforting tonka and cedar dry down, how does this journey create that masculine, elegant, and quietly magnetic presence the source mentions? What's the alchemy there?
The alchemy is really in the progression. The initial freshness draws you in, right? Inviting first impression. Then that sophisticated iris steps forward, lending an unexpected, intriguing layer. Refined, slightly mysterious.
Yeah.
And finally, the comforting, sensual dry down of tonka and cedar creates this intimate, lingering warmth. It's a complete olfactory story designed to be appealing without being aggressive. It evolves subtly, always revealing new facets, which keeps you and those around you engaged.
Ah, so it keeps you interested.
Exactly. It perfectly embodies subtle seduction because it's not about a loud instant hit, but a slow, intriguing reveal that leaves a lasting impression.
That makes perfect sense. A nuanced appeal, a story unfolding. Now, considering this carefully crafted profile, it naturally leads to when does it really come alive?
Right.
Our source calls it a cool weather and evening masterpiece. But I'm curious, does that mean it's strictly for those times, or there's some surprising versatility?
That's a great question, and the source actually details its versatility pretty well, linking it directly to the scent profile. It's definitely optimized for cooler seasons, fall and winter.
Why is that?
Well, the molecules in those warm tonka and cedar notes, they become more vibrant, they project better in crisp, cool air. In warmer weather, richer notes can sometimes feel too heavy, maybe cloying.
Yeah, definitely.
But in the cold, they thrive, offer a comforting, enveloping warmth that feels incredibly luxurious.
So it's not going to overpower, which is key.
Exactly. And it's explicitly recommended for evenings and formal events. Think black tie affair, romantic dinner. You want your presence felt, but your scent shouldn't arrive before you do.
Good point.
Its moderate projection, we'll get more into that, makes it ideal for these intimate and upscale environments, where you want the scent noticed by those closest, inviting them in, not filling the room.
I could definitely picture it with a sharp suit, that final touch.
For sure. And surprisingly, it holds its own in professional settings, too.
Huh.
The source notes its smooth, woody profile, makes it ideal for office wear and business meetings.
Really?
Office wear. Yeah, its refined nature means it's sophisticated enough to command respect without being distracting. It gives off this polished, professional vibe. So while it is refined enough for daily use, as the source says, it truly shines when the lights dim or the temperature drops. It has that dual personality, poised for day, but with a magnetic depth for night. That combination is a real strength.
That multifaceted versatility really elevates it. Okay, now, we can talk notes and occasions all day, but where it really matters is how others perceive
Without
it.
social aspect, yeah.
Exactly. Our source has highlighted its reputation as a compliment magnet, particularly with women. What is it about this specific blend that seems to resonate so deeply? How does it achieve that subtle seduction in practice?
This is where the magic happens, and the direct quotes from our source are incredibly telling. One reviewer said, "It smells like a man who's confident but mysterious."
Confident but mysterious.
Okay. Another shared, "It's warm and sexy without being loud. I'd lean in closer just to smell it again."
Wow. That's quite the reaction. Leaning in closer.
Right. These aren't just compliments, they're insights into the emotions and reactions it evokes. The source explicitly states that The iris and tonka combo gives it a sensual, skin-like quality that's perfect for close encounters.
Skin-like quality.
Yeah.
That's such an interesting way to put it for a fragrance. How does that work? Is it a musk thing or?
It's not necessarily musk in the traditional sense, but more about the texture and warmth these notes create. The powdery, slightly earthy facets of iris,
Yeah.
combined with the creamy almond-like warmth of tonka, can almost mimic the natural, comforting scent of clean, warm skin.
Ah, okay. Familiar, inviting.
Exactly. It feels almost innate rather than applied. This blend creates an intimate aura that doesn't shout. It whispers, inviting others into your personal space.
Makes sense.
The mysterious aspect probably comes from the unexpected complexity of the iris, while warm and sexy without being loud speaks directly to its moderate projection and that inviting dry down. It's designed to be discovered as someone gets closer. That's why it's a compliment magnet, especially in romantic and professional settings. It feels personal and intriguing.
And clearly it's working. So after breaking down its DNA, its best environments, its social impact, how does it stack up just on performance? Our source gave it an impressive 9.4 out of 10.
Yeah, that's high.
Let's unpack that score. First, longevity. It boasts 8-10 hours with smooth, steady performance. That sounds pretty solid.
That longevity is excellent, especially for a fragrance that isn't designed to be a, beast mode projector.
Right.
For a sophisticated, subtle scent like this, 8 to 10 hours means it stays with you through a full workday or a long evening. It subtly unfolds over time, doesn't just vanish. Consistent, reliable presence without needing to reapply constantly.
Good point. Then there's projection, which the source calls moderate perfect for intimate and upscale environments. This ties right back into what we were saying about its purpose, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It reinforces that this is not a loud clubbing scent. Moderate projection is a deliberate choice here, a feature, not a bug.
Right. It's meant to be that way.
Exactly. For elegance and depth, this subtle approach actually positions it as top tier. If you connect this to broader fragrance trends, where many brands push for louder, bolder scents, Armani Code PARFUM stands out by embracing restraint, intimacy. It consciously chooses to be an inviting whisper, not a shout, which, for its target wearer and occasions, is precisely what makes it effective.
And versatility is rated ideal for cooler seasons, evenings, and daily wear, which we covered. Shows its adaptable nature. Finally, mass appeal is described as universally loved, especially by women. How does a scent get such broad appeal without being, well, boring or generic?
It's all about balance. Fragrances with high mass appeal often use universally pleasant notes like warm woods, subtle vanilla-like sweetness from tonka, clean freshness but blended harmoniously. They avoid anything too polarizing or weird.
Okay.
Armani Code PARFUM manages to combine these comforting, familiar elements with that intriguing, sophisticated touch of iris. So it creates something that is both broadly likable and still distinctive, appealing without being boring. That's a really difficult line to walk in perfumery.
That makes a lot of sense. And for those of you whose curiosity is now thoroughly piqued,